Hi everybody, I'm Lee Clark, CEO of Your Rescue Mission, here in the Sunshine Lady Room, which is one of the kind of bright, chaotic places of the Rescue Mission.
Yes.
In the perfectly fun way, right?
Oh, absolutely.
And here with me today is Natalie Kline. Natalie is our minister to children, but she does that and so much more. She works with families, she works with kids, she coordinates activities, works with our school systems. So many fun things and really impactful things that Natalie gets to do here in ministry at the Rescue Mission. And Natalie, we wanted to talk today about summer camp because, you know, with all this craziness going on out in the world, summer camp's not going to look like it normally does, right?
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's going to look a whole lot different. I'm calling it Summer Camp 2.0, and we're going to do it here at the Rescue Mission. Right now our numbers are low on kids, so there'll be days that we'll be in here for a few hours. We might be on the playground for a few hours. I have all kinds of connections with local churches that are sending me links to their online VBSs. So we're going to connect in those ways to create a whole new camp experience in the world we are in.
Yes, which you know, when you and I sat down last week and we talked about this, I was so impressed with the creativity that you brought to that process, which you always do. But you were looking at, so the traditional summer camps that we do, the day camps and going up to Jubilee Acres, you know, just with social distancing and everything else going with our church partners who lead those camps, they just couldn't do it right now.
No.
And so you immediately went to work and got creative in partnerships both with the Taubman Art Museum and with some of the churches who are doing virtual VBSs and different partners and creativity in terms of bringing that together to keep our families engaged
Absolutely.
and active while they're here with us. So it's so important. Why is it, do you think it's important that we offer these kinds of enrichment activities both for the kids and for their parents?
Well, there's a lot to that on many levels. I think our kids need to stay engaged. They need to not always be in front of the TV. You know, we're blessed that they have that option in their rooms, but nobody needs to sit in front of the TV all the time.
Yes.
So to be able to get away from that, to have a space where they know when they walk in, it's going to be fun and engaging and something they may have experienced before or may not. And just to be able to bring that to them, I think is really important.
Yeah. And so one of the things that always impresses me is you're always thinking ministry first. And so you're not just thinking about something to keep the kids busy, but you're thinking about, well, what's going to really be that's going to feed their soul, right?
Absolutely. I'm actually looking to start something with our single ladies in shelter next week that I'm incorporating with our kids as well, of course, but it's going to be called Prayers from the Heart.
I love that.
It's the 8 with all art, you know. So I'm going to incorporate ways that they can use different art and creative elements. It could be writing a poem, it could be making a clay sculpture, it could be just doodling, and how we can incorporate those things that we might find mundane or, you know, silly or childlike, that we can connect that with our faith process. And I think that's important for grown-ups and kids alike.
Absolutely. And I know you're always available to pray with families and to support
Absolutely.
them and give them good reading materials and scripture and just that nurture that they need every day, and especially in this time of crisis.
Absolutely.
You know, Natalie, you mentioned earlier about how our numbers are down some with our kids. And one of the beautiful things about the work that we do here at the Rescue Mission is even in the midst of this crisis, our work and our case managers and our shelter supervisors working with families to help them get into permanent housing didn't stop. It didn't miss a beat.
No.
And in fact, nearly 40 individuals and families have gotten into housing over the last 8 to 10 weeks. And so we're so excited about those families being able to move into housing.
Just amazing. Because at the beginning of March, I had around 22 kids, and now I have 6. But every single one of those families that moved out moved into sustainable permanent housing, which is so exciting. And we can't always say that about our families that leave. And to be able to know that they left with a plan and that they're going to be able to continue in that is amazing.
Yes, that is such a blessing. And I know you continue to stay in touch with them too. So that's important as well. And the thing that is, so that's great news. And then the thing that is disturbing news is that we're starting to get phone calls from families who are being evicted from their homes or are in danger of losing their housing that they're currently in. And I know we obviously want to keep them stable, but we know that even with those families who have successfully moved out, we'll have families who will be coming up later who are just in the middle of everything from domestic violence to possible eviction to losing their jobs. And so the rescue missions here, again, thanks to the support of everyone out there, we're here, we're strong, we're doing the work that we're called to do, thanks to Natalie and her creativity and her prayer support, as well as people who just come alongside us to give and volunteer. And so we're so grateful for how God pulls all that together in a miraculous ways.
Yeah, I never ever have to worry about the stuff needs. I always have enough paint, and I always have enough glue, and I always have enough crayons, but the prayer support, we need that more than ever right now, because we don't have the volunteers on the ground like we normally do. So knowing that the group of volunteers that come around me and the children and the families regularly are extending that prayer over our guest is just an amazing thing to know we're not alone in this.
Absolutely, and there's so many mission angels. We're surrounded.
Yes.
We're so grateful.
Absolutely.
So Natalie, thank you.
Thank you.
And everyone, keep up the great work.
Thank you.